just 24, had everything a young man could dream of, at least on the surface. He drove a sleek Mercedes-Benz, wore designer clothes straight from boutiques in Lagos, and had the kind of money that made people whisper in envy. His Instagram page was filled with pictures of him in nightclubs, sipping expensive champagne, surrounded by women. To outsiders, he was living the dream, but those who knew him knew the truth. Emeka was a Yahoo boy. His wealth came from internet fraud. He had perfected the art of deceiving lonely women overseas, spinning fake stories of love, desperation, and family emergencies. The money flowed in dollars, and Emeka spent it recklessly. Yet deep inside, there was a restlessness, an emptiness he could never fill. At night, he often stared at the ceiling, unable to sleep, wondering if his life was heading toward disaster. On the other side of town, in a tiny room with leaking roofs and cracked walls, lived Sei. At 25, he was a mechanic, grease-stained hands, torn overalls, and a back that ached from long hours of bending under cars. Life had never been kind to him. His father died when he was a boy, and he had become the breadwinner for his mother and younger sister. Every morning, he woke up before dawn, prayed quietly, and walked miles to his workshop, hoping for customers. His dream was simple: to save enough to open his own auto shop, one with proper tools and a signboard with his name on it. But reality was harsh. Some days, he made nothing and went to bed hungry. Still, Sei carried himself with quiet dignity. He never begged, never envied, and never lost hope that life would one day reward his patience. Fate brought the two men together on a hot Tuesday afternoon. Emeka's Mercedes broke down on the highway, smoke pouring from the engine. Furious, he stepped out, swearing loudly. People passed by, watching the flashy young man stranded beside his expensive car. He called his usual mechanic, but the man was unavailable. Reluctantly, someone pointed him to a small roadside workshop not far away, Sei's shop. Emeka walked in, arrogance in every step. "Hey, mechanic," he barked. "Can you fix a Benz? Don't waste my time if you can't." Sei looked up from the old Toyota he was repairing. Sweat dripped down his forehead, and his hands were black with oil. But his voice was calm. "Bring it. I'll check it. Good work takes time, though." Emeka frowned. He wasn't used to people speaking to him without fear or fake respect. But he had no choice. He drove the car in, and Sei bent under the bonnet, moving with quiet confidence. Within 40 minutes, the car roared back to life. Emeka, impressed but unwilling to show it, pulled out 20,000 Nigerian nairas and tossed it at him. "Take. Keep the change." Sei picked the money, nodded, and said softly, "Thank you. This will help me and my mother eat tonight. But I'd rather you give me more jobs than free money." The words struck Emeka like a slap. He was used to people worshipping him for his money. But here was a poor man, in tattered clothes, telling him that dignity was worth more than free cash. From that day, something changed. Emeka found himself driving back to Sei's workshop often. Sometimes with car issues, sometimes just to talk. At first, their conversations were short, but gradually they grew deeper. Sei would ask him, "What do you really do for a living?" And Emeka would smirk, "Business. Online deals. You won't understand." But one evening, after a long silence, Sei said, "I may not have money like you, but I sleep well at night. No fear of police."